Cheers, welcome to my channel. This is a tarot oracle reading for the last half of August, and you, Cancer, are the star of this astrological insight. This reading, the bottom part of this reading is for the internal forces. The first 6 houses in the zodiac represent your inner energy. So we do have, for the first card out, this is talking about the underlying energy for the entire reading, is the Ace of Pentacles, and the Ace of Pentacles represents a reward coming in from the divine and the universe collaborating because you have been following your path of glory. And so the Pentacles do represent health, wealth, and happiness in the 3D. They are shaped in the shape of a pentacle because money does matter in the 3D, and this is saying that it's a reward for your lifestyle, though. You could have all the money in the world and still not be living the lifestyle that you want. We have the Empress energy, and she is like all 4 queens from the minor arcana rolled into one. She's a very powerful manifester, and she's in the flow. Like, she does not concern herself and worry over what she manifests. She makes plans, she implements them, and then she carries through to the best of her ability. We do have the 6 of Wands, and the wand energy is representing the element of air, or sorry, of fire, and it's talking about they're made of wood because wood fuels the fire, and so this is talking about taking passionate action. Having said that, this 6 of Pentacles, or 6 of Wands, I don't know why I keep wanting to call it Pentacles. It must have to do with this Pentacle energy, some sort of victory here. And this is talking about you're victorious because you were able to rein in your emotions and control them and keep your shift together under pressure, basically. And this could be representing something like this is your self-image, how you feel right now. So you feel like you are definitely a leader, and this could be an energy, maybe you, it would be like applying for a position at work, and these other people maybe applied for it too, and they're a little disgruntled because they would have liked to have had the position, but they have to admit that you did a really good job and you clearly showed your leadership skills and probably do deserve it. Now we do have the 2 of Wands as well, and the 2 of Wands is talking about expanding your horizon. He has the world in his hands, but he lives in a small town of 3,000 people. So he feels like a big fish in a little pond. This is talking about someone who could be collaborating with, oh, sorry, that was my cat, Stella. She's got a pretty good purr going on here and happy feet, and she lost her balance. Did you almost fall off my lap? Hey? Oh, it's okay. All right, so this is talking about standing at the, you know, on the turret of his castle, and this is collaborating maybe with others about this pentacle energy. Maybe you have a business. This quite often can represent an entrepreneur's business, that maybe you are thinking about franchising or taking your business global, or you are collaborating with other people that want to finance that, something to do with that. But it's a real big victory for you. This also sometimes means that you want to expand your family, because this is talking about passion. And then we have, this will be a big transition for you. This is your abundance, by the way. So the transition is talking about, it's right when you, from when you were a child. So when you were younger, you may have been in a family that wasn't very affluent, and I feel like your lifestyle is about to change for the better. Way better than how you grew up. And so this is talking about, a lot of people are afraid of this card because they feel like it might be predictive of someone passing on, but that's not, you know, the tarot and oracle readings are just a snapshot of what's going on now. Shift happens as soon as you make decisions to go in another direction. This is just the direction you're headed in, your trajectory. And so this is talking about a major transition happening from like your communication in childhood about how you viewed the world, basically. And so I do feel it has to do with this big reward of pentacles coming in. And even if you were from an affluent family, I think you're going to surpass that. It feels like it's that type of energy. And it's funny because this is the light at the end of a tunnel energy. So it could be, you know, that you had some sort of hardship, Stella. You had some sort of hardship, and now this is kind of having come through that, you became an empress. Sometimes the empress becomes an empress because she's been through so much shift that she now has handled herself with class and has proven herself, and then her vibration raises to that energy. And we have this older person is telling the Grim Reaper, trying to barter with them, we don't want your change, we don't want you coming through town. But, you know, as we all know, death and taxes are the two things that we can count on, and add change to that. Change happens every second of every minute of every day. And we just don't notice it until it really has like an impact on us. Then we notice change. And these two young children, they're excited. Like if you've ever lived in a small town, you would know that it's really... you know, exciting when a stranger comes to town. And he's even handing a flower to the Grim Reaper, which is talking about expecting new bloom in your life. Also, I picked up some energy here. This could be a transition, perhaps, like someone in your family or a distant relative that you maybe didn't even really know, left you an inheritance of some sort. It could be that sort of energy because of just the way the cards are playing out here. So this is, there's a king trampled underfoot here. And this can be talking about systems changing. It's not an actual person. It's just representing that, you know, things that you thought would never change, systems that you never thought would improve or are. And so I feel like that's the energy here. Some unexpected reward comes in from some distant relative, and perhaps someone did pass on and left you something in their will. I'm getting you may not even know them or really know about them. And then this is talking about the Three of Pentacles. It's also saying I do feel there's some sort of business here that you're passionate about. This card represents someone who's in an elevated position. You're elevated on this bench, and these people have come to take a look at your work. The spotlight is shone on this individual's beautiful stonework that he's doing. So this is stonemason energy. And this is talking about, quite often this card represents like the entertainment industry, industries such as that, like where you have a special talent. And like that could be an actor, an actress, musician. You know, you might have a band and they want you to, so they want to produce your music and put you on tour. Or you got the leading role in Hollywood movie, the next blockbuster. This can represent being a really talented athlete, and maybe they're scouts coming and they want to offer you a scholarship to their university or college. This can also be, you know, you're already at the university or college and now you're trying out for the pro team. The thing that this card, this is an awesome energy, and at the same time, there's a big warning here. Because in these industries, there's a lot of secret society energy, and you have to be very, very careful about what contracts and agreements you make. So this is saying make sure that the people that you're collaborating with are in tune with your lifestyle. And when I say that, I mean, don't go to your parents to look over the contract. Hire a lawyer that knows these contracts and check every single, read the fine print, bottom line. Because right now in the news, we're seeing all sorts of energy of, you know, people ending up in lifestyles that they would rather not because of secret society energy in a lot of these industries. And this is something I feel that you've wanted to do since you were a child. You dreamt of this dream coming true, and here it is. And then we have the Four of Pentacles. So the Four of Pentacles is saying that you have a strong foundation for receiving this, and that you understand about money. But in the past, there could have been, like, this is talking about 3 levels of making money. And it's saying, you know, you have enough to pay your bills and that, but not that much left over for your heart's desires or your crown and glory. When you're on your destined path, that's when this is that crown and glory energy right here. And this is a reward for having been the best version that you can be despite any hardships coming your way. And this card is saying that you may need to turn your back to the city, and this is about leaving your comfort zone. And that's what this card here is saying, that you are collaborating. I feel some information came in, something happened. It could be inheritance, it could be people wanting to collaborate with you in your business, or you're going overseas you're going global and setting up another location. This can even just represent that you're moving into another country, or just even to another location or a city, to a larger center, so that you can expand your business, expand your friendship circle, and maybe you're ready for the city after being from a smaller town or something like that. And so this is saying that in the past you may have missed out on some opportunities because you played small, and now you're ready to go for it. You feel like this is it. This is the opportunity that you've been waiting for ever since you were a child. And then we have the energy of the Two of Cups. So the Two of Cups is talking about, this energy can quite often be talking about matters of love, of course. The cups represent romantic love, but they can represent love of anyone or anything, and it can also represent something you love to do or be. So quite often this will represent like a soulmate energy, someone that your agreement on and to hook up with at some point in this life, in this cycle. And that could be the case because we have passion here. And so it could be both. You could be moving overseas to start a business with someone that is your soulmate. Now, it doesn't have to be about romantic love, though. It could be about anything. And sometimes this card can just represent you being very balanced in your masculine and feminine energy, and in very strong connection to source energy, and in communication on what I refer to as HSN, the higher self network. So connecting to the Most High so that you can have advice in that way through your intuition when you meditate and pray. And then for the external forces, we're going to see what's going on here. We have the underlying energy is the King of Wands. So this definitely could be talking about passion, because this is, the King of Wands is passionate, and he's also visionary. So of the 4 kings, he's considered to be very sexy and charismatic, and he's a visionary. The wand is representing his passion for new energy and tackling new projects. So this could definitely be something that you're working with. And maybe this is someone that wants to collaborate with you. This could also be a soulmate coming in for you. I feel this is your energy here. And this is, I feel, Empress energy. Look how proud she is. And so this is talking about, the thing about the King of Wands that you need to know is that of all the kings, he's, the fire signs are usually late, they don't mature till later in life when it comes to settling down in matters of marriage and that type of energy, things that tie them down, because the fire signs have a strong desire for freedom, and they're very individualistic. Having said that, once they're ready to settle down, that this could be the kind of energy. So this is someone, I feel that on the back of the throne here, the lizard chasing its tail and the lion represent protection from fire. We even have a little salamander running by here. This is saying that you have protection from fire. And but I noticed a while back that there's a face on the back of here, like there's 2 eyes and smoke coming out of the nose and the mouth. And this could just mean that, you know, this king is smoking hot, because he is. Or it can also mean where there's smoke, there's fire. So one thing to know about the King of Wands is that, you know, his love for the new adventure and tackling new projects quite often bleeds into his romantic life. So just keeping that in mind, you know, that he is ready to settle down if you're in that energy. And let's see what's going on else in the external forces. Yeah, so again, we have some information coming in about a pentacle here. So this is, and this is talking about when you're younger, because the pages would work for the king and queen at a very young age. Around 7 to 14 is when they would start. Back in those days, their lifespan was like half of what it is now. So, you know, they would, out of necessity, they'd be working very young. But like, this would be a real coup for him. This is talking, you might have that kind of energy when you were younger, that you had a mentor or someone that you really looked up to that taught you about business a little bit. I'm just getting that you're kind of ahead of your time, and that could be this energy here for sure coming through, like that. This is this could be the information is coming from the King of Wands, is because he's the external force. And this could even be someone that you knew back in elementary school, high school, university, college, you know, when you were just starting out in the workforce. And maybe you haven't seen them for a very long time. Or sometimes this energy can represent someone that you haven't seen, you know, 7, 14, 21 years. This is generally the enthusiasm that people have when, you know, they're under 21 and they're not quite an adult yet. It's that it's talking about, yay, I'm finally out of the house, away from the parents, and going on an adventure. This reminds me when I was 20, I took off for Australia for 4 months from Canada. And I ended up staying for 1.5 years. I didn't want to go home. I love Australia. And so this is, you know, being on an adventure. It makes me happy to think about that. It's so much fun. And you don't have to be young to be in that age. You could be 80 and be in this age, but it's just having that passion for life again. And this is in the position of your partnerships, commitments, and marriage. So definitely, this could be a major lifestyle change. A soulmate comes in, and next thing you know, you're moving to Australia. And then we have the 5 of Cups. And so the 5 of Cups is talking about disappointment in love. Now, I do hope this is in the past, or I hope that you know, this could be an energy of something that happened in the past, and you thought, oh, this is all that, and then it turned out to be that the King of Wands wasn't mature enough to settle down after all. It could be that energy. That could be what it's talking about. So let's just see here. This is regret or remorse. There's 3 cups here, and they're clearly spilt. And this card is saying, if you've ever heard the saying, don't cry over spilt milk, because what's the point of crying? You're not going to be able to suck it out of the ground, or you wouldn't want to. But in this case, we have 2 glasses of wine and a 3rd cup with some sort of poisonous liquid that has affected this relationship. So this definitely can talk about a third-party energy. And the best thing you can do at this point, this is a loss, like there's some things you just can't take back. And this could be the energy, maybe this is the King of Wands is really like regretting that he wasn't true to you or something like that back then. There's some sort of energy around that. So the best thing you can do is, and this could be his energy, and you might have just said, rode off into the sunset on your own and stayed in Australia anyway. It could have been that energy. So this is 2 cups here, and this is talking about, you know, picking up these 2, appreciating them because they're still standing, and being grateful for that, crossing the bridge over troubled waters to your castle so that you can heal from this energy. And you notice that then in the background, it looks like the castle's half standing and half dilapidated. And that can represent like you're going to need to have a good attitude to overcome this. are you going to perceive it as the cup being half full, or is it going to be half empty? And this is a major transition for you. Like, it could be an energy like that, you know, where you thought you were going for business and it turned into love, or you thought you were going to for love and it turned out for to be business. Maybe it's both for some, but it looks like there's a little bit of regret or remorse there. So, but we do have a cup of love coming in. Maybe this is someone that you haven't seen since you were really young, and, you know, maybe it was one of those, you know, like the story of Greece, you know, summer loving. Okay, so we have the Ace of Cups as a gift from the divine, and it's talking about collaboration with the universe to bring two people together. And it's talking about this being a very peaceful relationship, and it's like a water fountain. It just keeps flowing. So, and out of the mud grows these water lilies. So it could be, I mean, you might have been really young like back then, and now it's been a long time since you've seen this person, and you bump into them and you're like, hey, is that you? And yeah, and look at, now that you know what you know, you have conviction beyond a doubt what action you want to take. So I feel this is the energy of this King of Wands is like, and maybe the victory is that you maybe met in the past, but now it wasn't time and now it is. Because this is conviction beyond a doubt that you are going to take this action. And it's passionate action, and you're protecting your heart. So now that you know what you know, you might be a little like, is this King of Wands mature enough now for a relationship? But you notice that we do have these other wands here, and there's 6 of them that are coming towards you. And so isn't that funny? Like, you could be proud that you're the one that the King of Wands chose. It could be that kind of energy. Funny. It feels a little immature still, but whatever. And so this is talking about being straddled between 2 worlds, but you're standing on higher ground. You notice this person has a boot on one foot and a shoe on the other, and that can talk about being taken by surprise. You weren't expecting this, and it was like, whoa, look, all of a sudden here you are, just your whole life is changing right before your eyes, and it's absolutely amazing. You have the pentacles coming in, and you have love coming in. What more could you ask for? I don't know. So let's see, let's keep going. Now this is talking about this transition happening from this energy of being disappointed in love to being totally fulfilled by love. And it was kind of a random event, like it's something that took you by surprise. And then we have the King of Cups with the Cup of Love. Woo! So this is talking about definitely, this could be the energy that the King of Wands is in. He is mature now. The King of Cups, the thing about him is that he is sitting out in all of this chaotic water, which can talk about mixed feelings and volatile emotions, and there could be some chaotic energy around. Maybe that's from everybody that wants the king, because he is hot. And this is the energy of you fighting for what's yours. And it's, you know, that now, like years later, the King of Cups, you bump into him or whatever, and the next thing you know, he's offering you a cup of love. And this time he's ready to step forward and, you know, be in that energy. It's interesting because the King of Cups is the most traditional of all of the kings. So he might be really traditional now and shock you. It might shock you from the last time you met him that he's in this energy instead of, you know, in this, I'm looking for the, like in more like this hot energy. So this is talking about, you know, because the King of Cups is the most emotionally available. He has learned how to rein in his emotions. This might even be talking about your energy. Come to think of it. Could have been the 2 of you were both that way when you met, you know, and now you both are ready to settle down, and it's like 20 years later. It takes a long time for some of the the fire signs to mature. But we do have fire energy here, and we do have fire energy here, so it could be that. Doesn't mean it has to be a fire sign, but it's passion. All right, so this is in career and reputation as well, though, and this is about blessings coming into your life. And then we have, look at this, the Knight of Wands, a rebel with a cause. He's coming in with his passion. Really, really fun reading. I like this reading, Cancer. It's a lot of fun. And it's talking about, definitely, if you're looking for love, and if not, it could be a business thing. It could be both. And so, but this is someone that you really will have a lot of fun with. And maybe you did in the past as well, but it just, the time, you know, whatever was going on, the timing was wrong. So this is a big plume on, this red plume on the back of his helmet is representing being, you know, impulsive and maybe a little hot-headed. And, you know, but he's learned now to rein in his emotions and discipline his mind. This is heartfelt energy and passion. And the pyramids in the background represent an energy of the wonders of the world and wanting to explore them. And maybe like they're further back than with the Page of Wands. If you see that card, they're much closer. So he's already, this is saying he's already done a lot of adventure, and maybe he is ready to settle down now. Hi, Stella, quit being a pain in the butt. And this is talking about the energy of passion, and but it's a controlled passion now. So I do think that some time has passed, definitely. But if that's what you're looking for in love, this is a really good reading for it, and looks like it would be a lot of fun. I'm going to clarify with my oracle cards. And just so you know, this is from Tales from the Vector, and it's courtesy of the Intergalactic Federation of Light. This is one of the, this is actually an ink drawing. It's reproduced on canvas, but this is talking about, on my website, I have a gallery of the paintings, and this is how they're listed on there. And I will put them in the description box in the order they show up. If you want to check them out, you can. So we've got this lack of awareness. Never underestimate the power of willful ignorance right on this energy here. So I feel like both of you just were too young or whatever. Like you weren't anywhere near in the mood for settling down. You hadn't, you know, you were on your first major adventure maybe when you met, or maybe on your 10th, because you're both fiery. But that energy now, I feel it's been some time has passed. And this is the star energy, so it's saying that you've been following your North Star, you're on your destined path, and that's usually when this soulmate energy comes in, when it's saying like you're ready. Like, and I feel like this is saying you're ready to settle down and you know, be on an adventure together with someone else. There's two wands here, and then we have abuse of power here. So this is that energy that I was talking about from when you were younger. There could be, it's not so much about abuse of power. I feel like it could be, you could have had really controlling parents. And so when you got out of the house, you got out of the house, you know. You might have been one of those children that was sent to, you know, all girls Catholic school or something like that, you know, when you were in high school. And so you didn't have a chance to act out then, so you're doing it in your 20s instead. Or it could be male or female. Just remember all the characters in the tarot are archetypes, and they're not gender specific. They're talking about masculine and feminine energy. So this energy here, though, it could have been that there was some sort of abuse of power here, like when you were working, something might have happened. And it could be on many levels, like, so, because this is, it may have set you back for some reason, or something may have happened to you where you were really, like it knocked you down a little bit and made you kind of like a little fearful of life, like you weren't in that same energy that you were before. And this is talking about pride. So I feel like, you know, this energy sometimes is talking about someone who's on their high horse, and the energy coming towards them wants to, you know, let's see if we can take them down a notch or two. That's the energy I'm picking up here. And the people here were not actually thinking you should have cut the position. And they were like all or nothing energy, and just, you know, causing a lot of problems for you. And it shows up here. I do feel there was something, and this could even be like from when you were a child, like young, you were like in this energy very early. And then we have the moon, which is talking about that energy. Like we do have on the 12th, there was a total solar eclipse, and it was a new moon. And that energy, that we're in between that eclipse and one that's coming up on the 28th. And that energy is pretty intense. So you might be feeling that. You might be really, really emotional right now. A lot of people are. The energy between the two eclipses can be very, like it's almost, it feels like you're kind of caught in the middle of something. And it's kind of like, you know, cobwebs. You can't get out of it. Like it's kind of like you're stuck in this energy and you're wondering, when is there ever going to be progress? It's that type of energy. It's really common to feel that way in between the two eclipses. So on the 28th, there will be a full moon in a total lunar eclipse. So that energy, this is a great time just to take some time for yourself and really kind of reset. For me, I've been working a lot on this channel. I redid my description, and I'm you know, really settling down. And okay, I've been out here for about 6 months now doing readings, and now I know I've been doing my best to shorten them. And so I'm you know, introducing different ways of doing it. And now is a great time to experiment and decide how are you going to do it, and see how you can improve, and what is it that you really want, and why are you doing what you're doing, all of that good stuff. This is a really good time. Intuition is really high, and there's a lot of this love and intuitive energy out there. A lot of the readings are coming up like with that energy. And, you know, we do have jealousy here. I forgot to look at these two, didn't I? So there's the karmic space of anger. See, there we have it. There's whenever things happen in a reading, it's always for a reason. So definitely, this is talking about some anger here. Because maybe you inherited something that other people in your family didn't, or you had a special talent that they were that your siblings were maybe jealous of, or your, you know, whatever, maybe you were really super smart, or, you know, and your friends, and that, you know, you just didn't fit in. And quite often that happens because God didn't make you to fit in. And so you might have all your life felt like, I never fit in. And that's because you were never supposed to. And then this is talking about jealousy. So totally, that's the energy here. So yeah, someone wanted to knock you down to size. That's the energy, you know. And maybe went at it pretty hard, because it's talking about being in an all or nothing energy. We have the Lovers here. Definitely the King of Wands is defining this energy here. So this is talking about this new lover coming in towards you that may have been someone from your past. And we have the transition happening. Wow, in here, in your partnerships and commitments. And so this is talking about, it's being very clear here that this is someone that it's a major transition. This is talking about, this is the love energy. And I do feel it was someone maybe that you knew back whenever. You might not have had a relationship, but it could have been like there was a lot of chemistry or passion there. Look at this, and the devil was there. What is this about? So look at this. There could have been a third party energy, or this could be like, it doesn't even have to be a person. It could have been an energy coming towards this that didn't want this to happen. And there was a lot of energy put towards that. So the devil energy is talking about temptation. And when the devil energy comes up, you're never going to get the truth out of the devil. It's very manipulative. You could be manipulating yourself as well. And so the devil is talking about, it definitely, I feel like there's some sort of energy that wanted maybe that, well, the king is smoking hot, so like there could have been a lot of competition for him. And look at, you know, and that did come up, and then I realized about this, and look at anger and jealousy because this lover wants to be here. So this energy comes in. I always cover the devil with the next card up. I want to see who comes in, what minion does the devil send in to do his dirty work for him, or does God cover it? And look at justice. So I feel like this is sometime later, justice prevails, and here you are now in this energy. God covered it, and justice is coming in for this energy way back when that stopped this from happening. Really cool. We have mother's worry. Maybe a mother was worried about you being in this energy, or maybe back then the King of Wands was a mama's boy. I don't know. But this also could talk about you could be a mother. You might, this could be someone that wants you to be the mother of their children, or this is a baby mama, you know, like energy that is there. And then we have worldly and otherworldly desires. So this is talking about falling into a karmic space where these people didn't just want your physical pentacle rewards. They also wanted your destiny. They wanted to be you, basically, and take it from you. They wanted to be in that position. And then we have surrendering. And so it's cold in here. There must be something in the atmosphere. So this is talking about there was a lot of energy that was directed your way so that they could get their way and you would be pushed out of the way. There's a lot of energy coming towards this energy here. And then, but the King of Cups eventually comes in, but you notice he's much older than he was there. Isn't that a funny reading? So we have Aries energy. So you definitely, this could be an Aries energy. The fire signs are Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Quite often, I don't normally, though when I have the zodiac signs come into a reading, I always am talking about the internal forces, like, or sorry, the not an individual, but like the forces that come from the sign. So the internal and external forces, the state of being of that sign. Every sign has its own specialty, and it's talking about the Aries energy is about, you know, it's the very first sign in the zodiac. It's like someone who's on a new adventure and wanting new energy and wanting a, you know, and it's interesting as well because it's talking about don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. So like this could be, you know, quite some time later. Really a funny reading because the information communication coming in, that's and all the hidden secrets come out. Whatever was going on way back then has come out, and this is now this energy coming in and wanting to be victorious with you. What a beautiful love story. There was deception there. Just as I said, it's a beautiful love story with a few kinks in it. So this is talking about there was some sort of deception. There was a third party energy. Something happened here. But I mean, normally I would say, you know, you want to, you know, be careful who you take back in. They usually show you who they are the first time around. But if you're talking about the difference between, you know, a pretty good span there, when people are in their 20s, they're not the most mature. You may have noticed that. And some of us take even longer. And if they're fire, you know, the fire sign energy, if it is that, because we do have an Aries here, if it's talking, this is a fire sign energy, this can be talking about taking a while to grow up, like and that's okay. Like that was like, if you know that about yourself, hey, I'm not ready to settle down, then that's cool. What's interesting is the Cancer energy is about you know, taking off your shell and allowing yourself to shine. Maybe it took you a while, like you're in the star energy here. And you know, this energy here, if You have crabs in a bucket, and they're sitting on the on a dock, and they're going to be supper that night. If one of them tries to escape and go on an adventure, the other ones will pull them back in. They're crabs in a bucket. So that's basically this reading. I do hope you've enjoyed it. I did. It was entertaining. And Cancer, your energy is always kind of like that really good story energy. The moon is here. And you know, but there is a warning with this. If you're feeling really overly emotional right now because you are ruled by the moon, you might be feeling this energy really, really intensely, and you might be feeling like it's really heavy. So know that this is going to lighten up, and look at all this fun energy that's coming towards you. Thank you for your time and energy, and also for likes, comments, and subscribes. I really appreciate them. I'll be back with another reading for you. I'm going to do a full moon bonus reading, full moon eclipse for the upcoming energy on the 28th next. Bye for now.